Hello, everyone. Hope all is good. Let's start this again, shall we? Oh my God. Right, come on. If this doesn't sum up my week, I don't know what does. Come on. That's done it, but it's also knocked. Remember Sporticus from Lazy Town? Well, he's sat on my monitor, and it's dislodged him. Well, you know what, mate? You can just sit on the shelf for now. You watch, you'll tip down halfway through this. Right. Oh, for God's sake. Right, we're doing this again. Kidding. We're not doing that again. I think this is probably the most disjointed start to a stream I've ever had. Because not only am I a minute late because I was downstairs, getting some nice chocolatey dessert-based goods. Come on, let me off. It's Christmas. Yeah, I'm croaking. We're out of focus. We've had get in focus, then this plastic Donny falls off. It's like nothing's gone my way this week, folks. I've been ill for a week, and we're getting very close to Christmas now. And like me, I'm never ever ill. Like if there's a disease, like I haven't had COVID. I haven't. All these, throughout the whole pandemic, whatever, no one out of the four of us who live in this house got COVID. And I'm the most immune to anything of the lot. This year, I had hay fever in October, was spewing up all over the place a couple of weeks ago, and now I've got this just before Christmas. I am never, ever ill. And here we are this year. But that's tangent out of the way. Good bit of scran. Let's load chat, shall we? Jeff, how are you, mate? Not a bad result on Tuesday, was it, for the 21s? Joe with I don't know what that word's meant to mean, mate. I'm sorry. Evening, Joe. Owen. In terms of illness, I feel okay. Don't sound it, but we're pushing, we're surviving. In terms of the game, feeling very, very good, mate. Jameson, how we doing? Hello, Tommy. How you doing? Apparently, Bristol have got a sickness pool. Well, maybe they've given it to me. Yeah, hopefully City win to cure me somewhat. Unusual to be doing this on the 21st of December, but Billy Sharp. I haven't had a chance to look through my YouTube comments yet, if you left any on that video I did last night. So, in chat now, whilst I polish some of this off, give me your thoughts on the signing of Billy Sharp. And we'll see if I agree or disagree with you. Do you agree or disagree with me? And that's the beauty of football, I suppose. We can just make one signing and it can divide us massively. I agree with Tommy though. Great experience for the team. Absolutely. Fantastic experience for the team. Sharp is a masterclass. Couldn't agree more with that. Has championship experience, and he's even said, he said in his first interview today, I've listened to the clip that they've put on Twitter because I'm not paying for Tigers Plus. That, you know, he doesn't. He said, look, I'm realistic. I know my age. I don't expect to start every week, if at all. But I know that I need to be ready when called upon in this league, and I will be. He commended Lean and Aaron. He said they'll definitely teach me things, just like I'll hopefully teach them things. But it's about being part of the squad for him, and he knows his role, and that is so crucial. If we need him to come in and do a job, we know that he can. But if we need him to, like from the start of a game, but if we need him to come off the bench and make an impact, there's no one better in the business than Billy Sharp. For me, we'll have a look in chat first before I go on this tangent. Classy signing. Pleased with the business, like you said in your videos. The type of striker who's been there, done it, can score goals when needed. Huge experience for Liam and Aaron to look up to. Think he could be a good shout, impact off the bench. Good if he stays off the drink on a weekend. Hey, Marina Nights can get messy, Chazza. Marina Nights can get messy. Evening, Ashley. Hope all is good, mate. Right. Billy Sharp tangent number 1 done. Billy Sharp tangent number 2 for me is just about to begin, because I am, as you will all know, a massive squad number nerd. All right. So, and I'm out of focusing. It just doesn't like me today, does it? Right. So, Billy Sharp, as we know, number 10 is Sheffield United. That's taken. That is taken by Traore. Previously, won number 8 at Leeds, Doherty. 27 at LA Galaxy, Slater. 14 at Reading, Harry Vaughan. 24, Sheffield United, Nottingham Forest, Seri. Southampton, 11, that's Cynic. 5, we know he won't wear that again. But what the point I'm making is, yes, some of those players might be shifted out in January, but they won't be shifted out in time to give Billy this number. But the number he first wore when he came through Sheffield United's academy was number 28. And that, at the moment, is free. So, you can shout at me if I'm wrong. You can chuck eggs at me. No, don't chuck eggs at me in the street. But my early prediction is that it will be Billy Sharp's number 28 shirt at Hull City for the rest of this season. That's what I'm thinking. That is my little squad number nerd tangent done. Yeah, you can come back to this when I'm right. That's the most condescending thing I've ever said. My prediction is Sharp will probably play more than Lakilo. Yeah, I like Lakilo, but he seems at times afraid to take on his man, and he's injured every bloody week. Sharp has 14 goals and 7 assists only 2 years ago. He's clearly capable of having a big impact off the bench. Cream eggs, Jeff, elaborate, please. Is that a bit in the tangent that I've missed, or don't know? I've just dropped a crumb somewhere. Found it. And Tommy's comment here. Funny. Tommy's comment here leads us nicely into team news. He's signed now, but because of registration regulations, which I'll touch on in a minute, he's unavailable for selection for now. The first game he'll be available for is Birmingham in the FA Cup. Traore, Syed Manesh and Lakilo are all back in training and are available for selection. Vinagre, Philogene and Cynic both remain out. I've forgotten to write the remain out injured bit on. But the regulation, the registration stuff, right? So, his contract to LA Galaxy legally, in a football sense, in terms of when contracts end to or whatever, it will run until the 31st of December 2023, which means his Hull City contract will officially start on the 1st of January 2024. But, see, Will, you mentioned here doing all they can to register him in time for Wednesday. We cannot register him in time for Wednesday because he's not technically a free agent until 11:59 on New Year's Eve. He is still, in the eyes of like the football, in the eyes of worldwide FAs and FIFA and whatever, he's still technically an LA Galaxy player, even though their season has finished. It's only on, at midnight on the 1st of January 2024 that his Hull City contract technically starts in the eyes of FIFA and laws and stuff like that. So that means we cannot register him in time to play against Sheffield Wednesday, because if he was a free agent, fine, we could register him now, but he's not, so we can't. He's still technically under contract. He's going to join us on the expiration of his LA Galaxy contract. And because of that, because he'll still be under contract until that stage, we can't register him on the 31st, which is the cut-off point. And we also can't register. I can't register him on the day because it's past the cut-off point. So that's the way it works. That's the way it works. You might think it's stupid, but it's a perfectly fair thing. It's just so that everything legally, there's no confusions or whatever, and you don't have to get too many lawyers involved. That's all it is. There was also talk about Phil Jagielka the other day. Let's have a look. Who was it who posted the stuff? So or was it Was it this account? Anyway, Liam Rosenior was asked about why Phil Jagielka was at the game. Rosenior worked with Jagielka. And, well, Rosenior worked with Phil Jagielka at Derby. And there was a bit of speculation with his new contract being signed and stuff like that. Is a clause in that contract Rosenior wanting more coaches, and is he eyeing Jagielka? Phil Jagielka up for that? Or is he tempting him into into coming out of retirement just for 6 months of experience or something like that? Liam Rosenior has rubbished that straight away. He said in his presser yesterday that that Jags was at the game because, quote, his son plays for Hull's under-16s. I think Jags was here to watch a game and he's more than welcome anytime. So, yeah, that's it. He's rubbished it. Phil Jagielka, at the moment, is not coming in. We might see whatever Phil's son's name is getting a scholarship at the end of the year, moving up to the under-18s. But we won't be getting him as a coach, I don't think. Apparently he lives local also. That's interesting. Makes sense with his son being in City's academy. Rosenior needs to stop getting banned. I understand he gets annoyed, but it'll cost us games, make him look daft. That's something I haven't mentioned yet. Good mention. He's got a touchline ban again. But I didn't watch the QPR game, as you'll all know, because I was out. But sorry about my cough. As you'll all know, but Rosenior said, well, some people think Rosenior had every right to have a go at the officials. And it's like the EFL said they get 85% of the decisions right. If at work anyone else did their job well 85% of the time, they'd probably have a lot of performance meetings to attend. So, I don't know, but he accepted it. That's fine. If he knows he's done wrong, he knows he's done wrong. At least he's not disputed it or anything. Coxie says, you reckon we'll look at another striker? I'll leave it there. With Sharp, Delap, Connolly, no way. No way will we look at another striker. We won't sign a fourth choice. No way. Apparently it was in the tunnel after the game and was to do with how Philogene was limping off the pitch. It might be to do with the fact that Philogene was limping off the pitch and got booked as he was limping off the pitch for taking too long, which is a stupid decision because he's injured. But whatever. Refs will be refs, especially in the EFL, especially in England. But right, I've finished snacking now. So you've got my full attention. Apart from when I need to splutter. Anyway, James Bell was probably the worst referee we've had since Gavin Ward. Refs have zero common sense. We need VAR more than the Premier League. But it's been well established that the problem with VAR in the Premier League is not the problem is not the actual technology. It's the idiots who use it. And if Premier League referees, who are like a damn sight better than Championship and EFL ones, if they make a mess of it, imagine how insufferable it's going to be in the Championship. No VAR. You think we'll go for another fullback for the left side? Ruben's always injured and Fairlong's not getting the game time. It's a weird one. It's a weird one. I think he will, because he said we want 3 or 4. So the 4: Sharp, Kent, Max Bird, and a left back. That's a perfect window. That's it. Perfect window. I'll be watching, but there'll be no inputs from me. Hope all is well, AG. Nice to hear from you, mate. Considering Simons, do you think we'll see him in this team? Xavier Simons, I'm going to assume you mean there. Xavi. Excuse me. Xavi is only back because he's injured and he's doing some rehab at City. That's the only reason Xavi's back. Next season, he might play a bigger part once he's had more frequent minutes, but that's the only reason Xavi's back. If we can manage to keep Vinagre fit, we don't need a left back. Vinagre's class, deserves to start every week. For me, he's had one all right game against Leicester and 2 decent sub appearances against Huddersfield and Borough. I wouldn't say he deserves to start every week. If he plays like he did off the bench against Borough every week, then yes, he deserves to start every week. But when we've seen him, I haven't been that flattered, to be honest with you. If anything, recall Fleming for depth. I think he's injured at the minute as well. Anyway, let's rattle through some of this. Speaking of VAR and referees, the referee is Ben Turner. 2 linos are George Byrne and Sam Lewis. 4th official is Josh Smith. I'm starting to lose my voice now, so if I get through this quick, you know why. Stats from the Cardiff game. The passes again, love that. Then look, took our chances. That's good. I like this a lot, man. Twine's free kick, by the way. Oh my life. That is absolutely just special. Wow. It's been coming for him. And he's finally got it. I'm so happy for him. He's just a nice bloke as well, on a human level. Right, let's have a look at Bristol City's team, shall we? Under a new manager since the last time we played him. It was Nigel Pearson last time. And now it's Liam Manning in charge, leaving Oxford. In the last game, their team was 4-3-3 with Max O'Leary in goal. Back 4 was George Tanner. I've got on the wrong thing there to scroll down. George Tanner and Cameron Pring, the full-backs. The centre-backs were Rob Dickey and Zach Viner. In the midfield, it were the 2 wide men where Mark Sykes and I'm going to have to scroll right down here, aren't I? Where's Mehmeti gone? It's annoying. Why aren't these in order? There's Mehmeti. Why aren't these in squad number order when they're in positions? I don't like that. Two centre mids were... Oh, he's there. Taylor Gardner-Hickman and Matty James. And then up top were Jason Knight and Tommy Conway. Bristol City, the way you've laid your website out there is absolutely disgusting. Sort it out, please. Please, please, please sort it out. Because that was awful to navigate. That was absolutely rancid. I hate playing Bristol. Hate playing Bristol. Always seems a tough game against them. That home game versus them, they showed insane energy to keep us chasing and to keep chasing us and pressuring us. They did. Let's be honest, no one sees Bristol away and thinks, wow, can't wait. Good point. Jacob, how you doing, pal? They are good at home. Let's go again. Voices recharged. It's probably not doing me any good talking continuously, but oh well, it's Christmas. Right, let's have a look at current form then, shall we? Well, for God's sake, I've just put that separate. Why does it disappear? There we go. For Bristol City, we'll start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They got beaten by Southampton 1-0, then lost 2-1 to Norwich, 1-1, draw with Huddersfield, defeat to Blackburn, and then beat Sunderland in the last game. So it's a very mixed run of form for them. For us, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. Beat Rotherham 4-1, then 2 defeats on the trot to Watford and QPR, then beat Borough and Cardiff in our last 2 outings. So we're coming into this in good form, relatively anyway. And then you look at the table. Look at this. Sitting so pretty. We're not guaranteed playoffs on Christmas Day yet, but a win would seal it. A win would seal playoffs on Christmas Day. And that would be a nice little early Christmas present for us all. As we've just crossed over to 24 hours to kick off. Leicester and Ipswich running away. These two are starting to cut slightly adrift from this as well. So I think unless Ipswich massively tail, or if any of them massively tail off, I think these 4 are quite set, and then it's all up for grabs in these 2. Right, you're just gonna have to give us a second here because I need to unblock my nose because it's all getting clogged up in there now because illness. At the bottom, Chef Wednesday having a bit of a revival. Rotherham sinking like a stone under. They've got a new manager now, haven't they? Wayne Carlisle's just left. Who is it? Liam Richardson, thought so. Steven Schumacher, by the way. Wow. That's ripping up trees. That's a sideward step, but he's probably looking at it from I'm going to get paid more, I'm going to be closer to home, and I'm going to have a bigger budget. So that's probably what's tipped him over to leave him. Right. Going to blow my nose. 2 seconds. Right, that was That was disgusting. But yeah, sorry. I had to do it, folks. I'm so sorry. But professionalism subsides a little bit when you're struggling to speak because everything up here is just jammed. In your opinion, do you think Ingram will be here next season? I think he will still be here next season. Ingram will hang about. Jacob, we're in the playoffs. We're sixth at the minute. I think we're a point inside the playoffs, was it? I think we're a point inside the playoffs or something like that. That 5-0 thrashing still gives me nightmares. Well, after Around the Grounds, we'll look at a memorable game. I haven't gone for that one. And I haven't gone for the playoff final either. I thought we'd vary it up a bit. So, Around the Grounds, Bristol City versus us and Swansea versus Preston are the early games. Well, no, sorry, the Friday night games this week. Then all these games on Saturday. 12:30 game is Leeds versus Ipswich. And then the rest of these are 3 o'clock kickoffs, and they are the following. Norwich City versus Huddersfield Town. Sunderland versus Coventry City. Stoke City versus Millwall. Sheffield Wednesday versus Cardiff. QPR versus Southampton. Plymouth versus Birmingham. Middlesbrough versus West Brom. Leicester versus Rotherham. And Blackburn versus Watford. Right, memorable match. I said I've not gone for the 5-0. And I've not gone for... And I've not gone for the 5-0. I've gone for the 5-5. This was ridiculous. So, right, let's get this straight in my head. Harry Wilson gave us the lead. The Marlon Pack levelled it just before half-time. Famara Diédhiou made it 2-1. Just after half-time, Diédhiou made it 3-1. And then a Frank Fielding own goal made it 3-2. Bobby De Cordova-Reid made it 4-2 before Harry Wilson responded to make it 4-3. Hernandez levelled things at 4-4 in the 80th minute. 3 minutes to go. Fraser Campbell made it 5-4. And then 94th minute heartbreakers Joe Bryan levelled it for 5-5 in what was our last away day of the season, that one, I think. So the team was Alan McGregor in goal, back four, Ola Reiner, Michael Dawson, Angus MacDonald and Stephen Kingsley. Midfield was Marcus Henriksen, Jackson Irvine and Seb Larson. Wingers were Bowen and Harry Wilson. And up top was Fraser Campbell. The bench, David Marshall, the goalkeeper, Michael Hector, Kamil Grzycki, David Myler, Abel Hernandez, John Terrell, and Fikayo Tomori were Nigel Adkins' manager. No 2B or former City players in the Bristol City team that day. And then last time out, as was mentioned earlier in the streaming chat, I think a 1-1 draw at home where Tufan gave us the lead and Naki Wells levelled it just past the hour mark for Bristol City. Our team that day was Matt Ingram in goal. Back four, Louis Coyle, Alfie Jones, Sean McLaughlin, Jacob Greaves. Midfield three of Seri, Tufan, Slater. Traore and Twine were the wide players with Liam Delap up front. The bench, Timothy Lottatala, the goalkeeper. Excuse me. Timothy Lottatala, the goalkeeper. Ruben Vinagre, Aliyah Sayad Manesh, Harry Vaughan, Xavier Simons, Oscar Estupinian, Andy Smith, Cyrus Christie, and Aaron Connolly with Liam Rossini in charge. Nigel Pearson, their gaffer, wrote me with love on a card after the game. Cheers for that, Leo. If you're still in chat, mate. And the record for us against Bristol City is, well, it exists. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 draws, 2 defeats, and only the 1 win in our last 5 against them. Last time we strung 2 wins together against them were April and October 2016. One in the Championship and one in the League Cup. So it's it's very mixed. Very, very mixed against these. Overall, we've lost more than we've won against them. And those last 5 were December 2021, a 2-2 draw. Sorry, we should have won that. I remember that game. Then the 5-0 away. Then we beat them 2-1 at home, where Seri and Tufan scored on debut. Last minute winner from Seri and from Elder's long throw. Then lost 1-0 to them away in what was Carl Darlow's debut in goal. And then drew 1-1 with them at home earlier this season. So after this game, we'll be halfway through the season, of course. So we'll see where it leaves us at this stage. And then after sort of Christmas time, the table should start to even out a little bit, and we'll see properly where we are. Liam Rosenior is our manager, former player, also used to play for Bristol City. Came out of their academy, made his pro debut for them in 2002. Before he left in 2003, made 28 appearances, scored 3 goals. Signed for us in 2010. Nigel Pearson was the manager when Rosenior signed for us. 161 appearances and 1 goal coming against. I can't remember who it was against. I think, was it Fulham maybe? Fulham or Cardiff, I think it was. No. I'm going to guess Cardiff. When Jelavic stuffed a penalty up, but it rebounded straight to Rosenior, who ran in late and scored it. Only goal for us. And now he is, of course, our manager. Left in 2015 on a free and went and signed for Brighton. Was it West Brom? I'll Google it. Yeah, West Brom. Good ball knowledge, Leo. Good ball knowledge. Ben Foster saved the penalty and then Rosie stuck it in. Yeah. Good ball knowledge. Right. My predicted team then. Unchanged 11, Allsop in goal. Christie, Jones, Greaves, Coyle, back 4. Tufan, Morton, Seri in the midfield. Delap, Twine, Connolly front 3. Bench, Ingram, McLaughlin, Doherty, Traore, Vaughan, Lakilo, Andy Smith, Regan Slater, and Tyrell Sellers Fleming. I think that's an unchanged team. Unchanged starting 11 anyway. So that's why I reckon. Predicted scores, everyone, put them in chat. And while I waffle and try not to explode, it's going to be a draw, isn't it? I think this... well, no, should have used Walker for the predictions graphic. Nice. Has it got draw written all over it? I don't know. You know what? Bugger it. I'm going to go 2-1. 2-1 win. We'll just about get over the line. Chat, I've said a lot of draws though. 2-2, 1-1, 0-0. 1-1. 2-1 City were struggling away, but I think we'll turn that form around. Leo says 2-0 defeat. Right, nice. That's a note to end on. Cheers, Leo. I do a big outro, but I literally cannot. So I'm going to go and fill this water up. Thank you for watching, everyone. See you in a bit. Goodbye. Up the Tigers.